What's up, guys? Let's get to it, bro. I'm tired of barbers taking advantage of this damn beautiful industry that we're in because they're not treating this like it is an artwork. Yeah, and I can't just complain. I got to do something about it, and this is my form of doing something about it. Bro, you are giving people, that's my family upstairs, don't mind them. You are giving people confidence and allowing them to live their best life by giving them the potential to have confidence that's freaking skyrocketed to the sky. I don't even know what to call this haircut because I kind of made it up myself. I call it like a subtle burst, taper burst. I don't even know what to call it, but I'm gonna be doing it on my brother. And I'm not just gonna be giving you how to do a little subtle taper burst. I'm gonna be giving you tips and tricks that will allow you to build your clientele and retain them as well. Because it's not just about cutting the hair. You don't want to be a barber that just cuts hair and gets paid for it. You want to grow and become a barber that people want to go to and pay you because of who you are and what you can do, not because you could just cut hair and they just need a haircut and boom, in and out the chair. You want them to come to you specifically and pay the price that you charge because you are uniquely you, but also what you can do as well. There's three ways. It's you get paid for the service. You get paid for. There's three ways about it. For what you do, what you can do, and who you are. You want to become who you are. You want to become who you are in your industry. And you pretty much want to be him. Who doesn't want to be him? But becoming him requires a lot of work. But it's okay. If you're watching right now, you're okay with a lot of work. Yes, sir. We're cutting hair on this dweeb. This is my little brother, Levi. Say what's up, Levi. Yep. This is his birthday cut. How old are you turning?
11.
Turning 11. When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
What day is tomorrow?
May 2nd.
May 2nd. Yeah, he's growing up too fast. One of the biggest things in the shop, you want to make sure this is comfortable on them, especially if you're starting. You're not too aware of how tight you're putting it, so you got to ask them, put your finger, if you can put your finger in it, you're good. But ask them, is it comfortable? Is it comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
You always want to make sure if you're doing scissor work or any work on top, for them to be lower, like right at chest, so you could be able to pull up the hair. But if you're doing clipper work, you want them to be right in front, like almost above your collarbone or right at your collarbone, if you can. Because it's straight up. Some people like it a little lower. I guess you just have to figure out your preference. For me, it's a little lower. Always, always, always make sure before you start your workday to oil your damn clippers. You want to put at least 2-3 drops. I just missed. And lean it towards forward, towards the corner, so it all goes there. And I put it in there and move it around. Sometimes you have to put it in here just to quiet it down. But these boys are just loud. If you look at his hair, he has a good base. It looks like he came in a month ago from the regrowth. I'm gonna debulk all this. Right here, I would usually have to do the scissor work to set myself a base, but I don't have to. I'm starting off with a 1.5 open. And I'm gonna be hitting it from the top of the C cup all the way to behind the ear. I usually start with a 1.5 first to set my base so I can have an idea of where the fade is gonna sit. I always go too high or I don't have a good idea of where my fade is gonna be and where to keep it within. So it just allows me to have more control. Once I set the base on each side, I'm gonna look at both sides to make sure that they're both even and the fade's gonna be the same. After that, I go into a no guard to be able to know how high my first guideline is going to be. And typically I start at the middle of the C cup and go right behind the ear. Even if I'm setting my first guideline, I don't want to go and dig in and make the line super perfect. As you can see, you can't even see where the guideline is exactly just because I'm flicking up. I'm flicking up like this, creating my first guideline. Little things like that will allow you to be more quicker as you learn and as you grow. Now that I have an idea how high I'm gonna be going with my fade, I could now use my trimmers for my first guideline. Instead of me going like this, like all the videos you see on Instagram, it's just for aesthetic purposes. It's just to show, it's to make content. But if you're not making content, you're trying to get through your day, same thing, flick up. I'm going right where the ear is, going up, and I'm creating a round right here. I want to flick up so that I can still leave that soft so it's easy to take out. Because right now when I hit it with my trimmer, or because right now when I hit it with my shaver, I'm gonna be going up with it as well, leaving a slight gap between the first guideline. I'm gonna leave a slight gap with the guideline. I'm gonna leave a slight gap with the shaver between the guideline and the shaves.
That you want.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, this is bloopers right here. While I'm using the shaver, I don't want to go all the way to the guideline I set with the trimmer because it will just make it harder taking out that first guideline. So I want to be able to flick up. Everything's going to be flicking up most of the time to save yourself extra time. You don't want to waste your time creating this perfect guideline like you do in all these tutorials because it's just going to waste you time. It's perfect for you to understand, but the quicker you understand that that's just wasting you more time, the quicker you could get quicker at this craft and the quicker you can get to learning other things. I always like doing the same step on each side as I go because it allows me to make the fade the same or if not exactly the same or very alike to each side so that it's not very different because most of the time we could get it very different very easy. This method will only allow you to use the 1 guard and the 1.5. That's it. Just by using the flicking method, you save yourself so much time from having to grab so many guards and even the fading process. You could spend more time doing scissors, learning how to do scissors, talking to your client, focusing on that, rather than the fading process itself when you create the perfect guidelines. We're gonna start with that 1 guard to fade down, and this method, bro, if you're scared of fading down, I'm telling you right now, you are wasting yourself so much time because it will literally change the game. I remember it took me forever just to feel comfortable fading down. Bro, I'm telling you right now, learn this first because everything else will come easy. But now we're gonna get to the 1 guard. We're gonna meet into that 1.5, closing it, going down. And we're just gonna be hitting the dark spots because you can see right now he doesn't have too many dark spots right now. So I'm just gonna hit those with the 1 and slowly go down. I set my base from the 1.5. Now I know where to go and hit the dark spots from. I don't have to guess or go higher because I set it with the 1.5. And one thing that I wish somebody told me was with hair types, luckily my brother has light hair, so it's a little easier. So I won't have to pick up the half at all. Or I won't have to use this to detail with the corners because his hair is lighter and it's a little bit easier to manipulate, finesse. But with darker hair, you have to either grab the half or even thicker hair. You're gonna have to go higher slightly with the first guideline to really make it blended in. But that's a lesson for another day. I'm sorry to overwhelm you. You want to go with the grain of the hair as well. A lot of times we can try to go just straight up and down, but if you have to go to the side a little bit because its hair growth pattern is that way, do it. It's going to save you way more time. Now that I blended the fade, all I have to use now is this while flicking up. Bro, I'm telling you, this is a game changer. Just watch. I like to start off with it. I start off with it closed so that I can really make sure I take out this first line. And then from there, I go down and meet to the closed. Now that it's taken out, I'm gonna open it up and flick. And most of the time, using your corner of the blade like this, or like this, even while fading, will save you so much time in detailing. If you have a mirror, bro, look back and forth at it, because it will help you so much being able to see the dark spots that you cannot see with your eyes. Don't waste your time hitting it with the clipper. You see this little line right here, faint line? Don't waste your time getting another guard, a bigger guard. You want to go up to it, let it pop out, and just tap that. Now that blends it out right away. Again. Boom, like that. Same thing with up here. Go up here. Sometimes it only requires one time. And if there's really stubborn lines to take out, point cut. This will save you so much time rather than using the damn clipper. And this allows you to get more comfortable with the scissors. And this is how you do a taper burst fade. At least I think that's what it's called. With only using 2 guards.
Bro,